You loved her. You gave her your loyalty, your devotion, your time, every part of yourself. Yet in the end, she chose someone else. That betrayal burns, doesn't it? It's the kind of pain that seeps into your chest, making you question your worth, your purpose, and everything you ever believed about love. But what if I told you something that might change everything? What if losing her wasn't your failure, but your freedom? If you're ready to understand why this heartbreak might just be the key to unlocking your strength as a man, then stay with me till the very end. Because you're not here just to survive this, you're here to win. I know it hurts. I know how it feels to watch someone you've invested so much in walk away like you never mattered. It's like she reached into your chest, tore out your heart, and didn't even glance back. But listen carefully, this moment is not the end of your story. This is the turning point, the moment you redefine who you are as a man. And that journey begins by understanding exactly why she left, and how you're about to become the man she regret losing. So, buckle up. This is where you take back control. And if you're truly committed to this transformation, drop a comment below that says, I won't be broken. Number 1. Why she chose him. She didn't choose him because he's better than you. Let that sink in. Right now, you're probably replaying the breakup over and over in your head, searching for the moment she slipped away. You torture yourself with questions. Was it something I said? Did I stop being romantic? Was I not attentive enough? Stop. None of that matters. It's not about what you did or didn't do. It's about how she perceived you, and the emotions you either triggered or failed to trigger. Women don't always leave because they were treated badly. In fact, more often than not, they walk away from the men who treated them the best. Think about that contradiction for a second. They leave the men who loved them, listened to them, supported them, and wanted to build a future. Why? Because, in her eyes, that man no longer sparked excitement. And excitement, not loyalty, what drives her. Women are wired to be drawn to a man who represents progress, ambition, and dominance in her world. Hypergamy isn't just some internet buzzword, it's real. You've probably seen it yourself. A woman perfectly content with her boyfriend, until she meets a man who's stronger, more ambitious, or more confident. And just like that, her loyalty fades like smoke. Women don't simply want safety, they crave desire, adventure, and the thrill of forward motion. The man she left you for may not even be better on paper. He might be less successful, less educated, maybe even less attractive, but he made her feel something you didn't. Uncertainty, unpredictability. He became a challenge, and women are magnetically drawn to that. When you become predictable, her interest begins to fade. If she can anticipate every text you'll send, every reaction you'll have, and every move you'll make, her mind starts to wander. Women are emotional beings, and emotions feed on the unknown. She doesn't want a man she's already figured out. She wants the mystery, the tension, the electricity of not knowing what comes next. The moment she can predict you, she sees you as a solved puzzle. And when the thrill is gone, she starts looking elsewhere. Think back, did you notice her pulling away before she officially left? The signs were there. Her responses lost their enthusiasm. Her compliments grew rare. Her texts became shorter. And excuses started piling up. That wasn't random. That was her emotional detachment already in motion. And here's the thing, it wasn't necessarily because you weren't good enough. It was because, to her, you became routine. A relationship's value, in her mind, comes down to the emotions it creates. She doesn't think like you do, and that's where most men get it wrong. You're thinking, but I was always there for her. I gave her stability. I gave her everything. Exactly, you gave her everything. And that's precisely why she left. When a woman feels she already has everything from you, there's nothing left for her to chase. And yes, women love the chase just as much as men do. Maybe even more. Think back to the honeymoon phase, when everything felt electric and fresh. What was different back then? You weren't glued to your phone texting her every hour. You weren't always available. You weren't predictable. When she couldn't quite figure out how you felt, she was obsessed with finding out. When she wasn't sure what you were thinking, she worked harder to get your attention. But the moment you gave her complete emotional availability, when she could predict your every reaction, that obsession began to fade. This isn't about you being a bad guy, and it's not about her being a bad person. It's simply biology, and the way attraction works. She left you for another man because, in her mind, he represented an emotional upgrade. You need to understand, this women don't love like men. They don't love logically. A man can stay devoted for years, even when the spark dims, because his love is built on commitment and reason. But a woman's love is tied directly to how she feels in the moment. That's why you'll see a woman who once seemed madly in love suddenly lose all affection when her emotions shift. You can't reason your way back into her heart because her heart doesn't respond to logic. It responds to the environment you create. And when that environment stops being exciting, she looked for one that is. The man she left you for probably did one key thing right. He didn't hand her complete emotional availability. He kept her guessing. Maybe he wasn't as attentive. Maybe other women wanted him. Or maybe he just carried himself with a kind of confidence that says, I don't need you. That, right there, is magnetic. Men who aren't chasing her approval naturally create the emotional tension women crave. When you truly understand this, you'll stop chasing her and start creating that tension effortlessly. Stop trying to be the perfect boyfriend and start being the man who knows his value. With or without her. The moment you stop seeking her validation, she will feel that shift. And when she does, she might start questioning whether leaving you was a mistake. But here's the twist: by then, you won't care. You'll be too busy leveling up. Number 2. Love is not loyalty, it's emotion. Men are sold a dangerous lie about love. You've been told to be the nice guy, the provider, the emotional rock she can always lean on. But here's the truth. That's not what keeps her. To her, love isn't loyalty. It's the high she feels when she's emotionally stirred. That's why men who give everything often end up losing everything. You've seen it before. That guy who's endlessly loyal, never cheats, never disrespects her, does everything right, and still, she leaves him for a man who barely gives her the time of day. The reason is, simple: women crave emotional excitement, not endless stability. You've probably been told women want a man who listens, understands, and always puts them first. But when you put her on a pedestal, she looks down on you. Asterisk, the man who makes her feel alive is the one she chases, not the one who caters to her every whim. Women want the man who leads, not the man who follows. The problem: most men are programmed to believe that the more they give, the more she loves them. But women don't fall in love through giving, they fall in love through earning. When she has to work to get your attention. When she's not sure where she stands with you. That's when she's hooked. Women are emotional, not logical. They don't sit down and weigh your good deeds like a balance sheet, thinking, he's done so much for me, I should stay. They ask themselves one question: how do I feel right now? When you live for your mission, she feels intrigued. The men who master this truth dominate relationships, not because they beg for attention, but because they don't need it. They're out there living their lives, and women naturally gravitate toward them. The moment you hand her everything, you strip away the tension that fuels attraction. She no longer sees you as a man she must win over, but as a man she can control. And here's the cold reality. Women don't respect men they can control. They might stay for comfort, for convenience, but not out of desire. To keep her desire burning, you must be the man who can walk away. Women will test you constantly, and when you fail by chasing her, apologizing unnecessarily, or bending your boundaries, her respect for you erodes. Women are drawn to strength. They want to know that even if they walk away, you'll be perfectly fine. That's the mindset you must develop. The red pill reality is simple. Women don't want to be your purpose. They want to follow a man who has a purpose. If you've made her the center of your universe, you've already lost. A man who knows his worth doesn't need her validation. He builds himself. He moves forward, and she either keeps up or gets left behind. When she sees you focused on your mission instead of on her, she will respect you, and respect is the root of attraction. Number 3. Stop chasing. Start winning. You've been taught to believe that chasing a woman proves your love, that persistence will win her back. But here's the truth. Chasing doesn't prove your value. It only broadcasts your desperation. Every extra call you make, every late-night text asking why she left, every carefully crafted social media post aimed at catching her eye, it's all killing whatever attraction she might still have for you. Chasing is a trap, and most men walk right into it because they don't understand female psychology. The moment you chase her is the moment she feels she made the right decision by leaving. Women are naturally drawn to men who are hard to get. If she's not replying to your messages, it's not because she's busy or unsure, it's because she already knows exactly where you stand. When you chase, you silently tell her she's more valuable than you. You tell her your life revolves around her, and without her, you're lost. And nothing extinguishes a woman's desire faster than being placed on a pedestal. Think about it. Have you ever wondered why women often fall for the guy who barely acknowledges them? It's rarely about looks or status. It's because he knows how to be scarce. And scarcity creates value. If you're always available, always texting, always reacting, your predictability suffocates attraction. Women crave emotional highs, thrill of not knowing. The man who leaves her space to wonder, who doesn't reply instantly, who keeps her guessing, he's the one she can't get out of her head. When she knows she has you, she tests you. She might ignore your messages, delay her replies, or even flirt with someone else, just to see how you react. The weak man panics, he double texts, he calls, he asks, what's wrong? Trying to fix something that isn't even broken. The man who wins, he doesn't chase, he doesn't react, he lets her wonder. And in that silence, he becomes more powerful than any words could make him. Picture this: you stop texting her, no calls, no I miss you messages, no late night thinking of. He posts on social media. At first, she assumes you're sulking, waiting for her to come around. But as the days pass, then weeks, and you remain silent, something shifts. She starts to wonder if you've moved on. That's when curiosity takes hold. Because she's used to men falling apart after she walks away. But you're showing her something different. You're showing her you're a man in control. When you stop chasing her, you take back the power she once held over you. The no contact rule isn't some cheap trick to make her miss you, it's a discipline. It's a commitment to put yourself first. During this time, you're not sitting around, counting the days, waiting for her to notice your absence. No, you're in the gym, building a body that turns heads, not out of revenge, but because you understand that physical discipline mirrors mental discipline. You're sharpening your mind, pushing your career forward, diving into your passions, because a man with purpose doesn't seek validation from anyone, especially not from a woman who walked away. And here's the twist: when you stop chasing, you actually triggered the emotional reaction you were chasing all along. Women are wired to want what they can't have. The moment she realizes you're not waiting for her call, not stalking her social media, not craving her attention, feels it, she starts to question. Why isn't he reacting like the others? Did I misjudge him? Was he more valuable than I thought? But by then, it won't matter, because winning isn't about getting her back. Winning is becoming so valuable, so magnetic, that she can't help but regret leaving. Stop chasing the woman who left you. Start chasing the man you were meant to be, the man who walks into a room and commands attention without saying a word. The man who doesn't beg for love because he knows he's the prize. The man who's locked in on his mission, his growth, his success, knowing that women will naturally be drawn to him. When you become that man, you won't have to chase women, they'll chase you. And the one who left, she'll be the one chasing hardest, haunted by the thought that she'll let go of the best version of you. Chasing her is a losing game. Every step you take toward her is a step away from your own growth. But when you stop, when you turn your focus inward, you unlock something most men never will. The power of self-mastery. The power of becoming untouchable. She left because she thought you needed her. Prove her wrong. Show her you never did. When you're thriving, when your life is full, when your success speaks louder than any message you could send, she feel the weight of her decision, and you'll be too busy winning to care. Don't send that text. Don't check her stories. Don't give her the satisfaction of knowing she still lingers in your thoughts. The man who wins is the man who walks away without looking back, who lets his actions speak for him. You don't need to convince her of your worth. Your transformation will do that, and by the time she realizes what she's lost, you'll already be with someone who saw your value without needing to leave first. Yes, letting go of someone you thought you couldn't live without is one of the hardest things a man can do. But rebuilding yourself, that's the most powerful thing you will ever do. Because when you stop chasing her, you start winning everything else: your confidence, your purpose, your future. Let her regret leaving, but never make her your goal. Make success your goal. Make greatness your goal. The right woman won't need you to chase her. She recognizes your worth from the start. And when that day comes, you'll see it clearly. The woman who left wasn't a loss. She was the lesson you needed to become the man you were always meant to be. Number 4. Rebuild. Don't dwell, it's over. And yes, it hurts like hell. You wake up, and the emptiness hits you like a truck. You check your phone. Nothing. She's moved on, and you're stuck in the same loop, replaying what went wrong. That hollow ache in your chest. You already know from before. Heartbreak can either destroy you or rebuild you. And now, here's the truth most men don't want to hear. The same thing that breaks them is the trap they walk into themselves. They fall into self-pity, lying on their beds, endlessly scrolling through her photos, clinging to the hope that she texted. They drown in memories of what was, as if replaying the past will somehow bring it back. But here's the reality. No woman regrets leaving the man who stays stuck. She regrets leaving the man who took that pain and turned it into the fuel for his transformation. Right now, she probably expects you to crumble. She expects you to fall apart, cry into your pillow, and lose yourself in movies and junk food. That's what most men do. But you're not most men. You're about to rebuild, and you're going to do it so well that when she sees you again, she won't even recognize you. The gym becomes your sanctuary, not for revenge, but because discipline reshapes your mind. Every rep, every bead of sweat, every ache in your muscles doesn't just make you physically stronger. It's killing the weak version of you, the man who once begged for her love. That man is gone. Every time her face crosses your mind, you push harder. When rejection stings, you add another set. You don't leave the gym until the pain of heartbreak is replaced by the pain of growth. You don't stop until your reflection in the mirror makes you proud, until you know that the next time she sees you, she wished she never walked away. And remember, success is another weapon in your arsenal. While she's out with someone new thinking you're broken, you'll be building something real. Maybe you've been putting off your dreams, waiting for the right time. Well, this is the time. Start that business. Focus on your career. Build something so meaningful that her name becomes irrelevant. Because now you have something bigger to chase. Your purpose. You win when your goals grow larger than your heartbreak. And leveling up isn't just about the body. It's about the mind. Read books. Consume knowledge. Surround yourself with people who push you higher. Women are drawn to men who are constantly evolving. They don't want someone stagnant, wallowing in self-pity. They want a man so focused on the future that he has no time to look back. That's the man they can't forget. That's the man they regret leaving. Whether they realize it or not, women test you. They want to know if you'll collapse when they walk away. If you do, you confirm their choice. But when you rise, when you improve every part of your life without them, they feel it. And that's when regret starts creeping in. Picture this. She's scrolling through social media and sees you, in the best shape of your life, laughing with friends, thriving in your career. That's when she pauses and thinks, what did I give up? But by the time that thought hits, you'll already be so far ahead that her opinion no longer matters. Because rebuilding isn't about making her regret losing you. It's about making yourself so valuable that she's just a small chapter in your story. Every successful man has faced a moment when heartbreak became his greatest motivation. Don't be the man who breaks down. Be the man who breaks records. So tomorrow morning, when you wake and the pain hits, use it. Because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the only way to truly win is to make sure that when she sees you again, she doesn't see the man she left. She sees the man she can never have again. Number 5. Power through detachment. The most powerful decision you'll ever make as a man is detaching from the need for her approval. It's the decision that will set you free. When she walked away, she expected you to shatter, to drown in emotion, to send that desperate "I miss you" text. She might start lurking on your Instagram, watching every story, and quietly wondering if that new guy is treating you better than she ever did. The truth is, women are wired to test a man's emotional resilience. And when you react exactly as she predicts, she wins. But the man who stays silent, steady, and unshaken, he becomes the one who lingers in her thoughts long after the moment has passed. Silence, in this case, isn't just golden, it's a weapon. Mastering detachment creates an emotional storm in her mind, because women don't handle uncertainty well. The man who doesn't chase sparks tension, and tension is the seed of attraction. Think back to when you first started dating her. What was her biggest question? It was whether you liked her as much as she liked you. She'd overanalyze every text, hang on to every word, and wait impatiently for you to ask her out again. That tension pulled her toward you. But the second you gave her complete emotional access, that spark began to fade. No more wondering. No more edge. Women need a touch of uncertainty to keep that flame alive. And that's why detachment is the ultimate power move. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you respect yourself enough to let go of anyone who can't see your worth. The irony. Once you let go, she often starts chasing you. A man who detaches controls the pace of the relationship because he's not chasing validation. Women gravitate toward men who are hard to pin down, who live life on their own terms. If you're constantly texting, checking in, and making her the center of your world, she knows she's got you. But if you're focused on your purpose, building your body, career, and life, she starts to wonder why you're so calm. She begins questioning if she still matters as much as she used to. That's the power of detachment. It flips the dynamic. Haven't you noticed how women often come back the moment you stop caring? It's not magic, it's biology. Curiosity and desire start whispering in her mind. She wonders why you're not broken. She suspects you might have met someone else. She starts stalking your posts, searching for signs of your new life. And when she sees you thriving, working out, laughing with friends, celebrating wins, regret starts creeping in. But by then, you're already ahead. Detachment is magnetic because it shows self-respect. Women are drawn to men who don't need them to feel complete. Dependence kills power, but detachment says, I can walk away anytime. That's the kind of man she never forgets. The one who doesn't beg, doesn't plead, and doesn't lose himself over her. You've seen this before. The man who chased and pleaded never got her back, but the one who calmly walked away, he's the one who got the midnight call asking, can we talk? Women are instinctively drawn to men who aren't easily available. When you master detachment, you stop sending those late-night texts or checking if she's online. Instead, you disappear, pouring your energy into winning at every area of life. That's when she comes back. But here's the twist. By then, you won't want her back. Because detachment isn't about reclaiming her, it's about reclaiming yourself. It's about living life without rearranging your world for someone who couldn't see your value. Detachment also means tapping into the irresistible pull of mystery. When she can't read your mind, when she has no clue what you're truly feeling, it drives her crazy in the best way. A man who keeps her guessing will keep her interested. You don't overshare. You don't hand her a front row seat to every thought and emotion. Instead, you reveal just enough to spark her curiosity. Then let her imagination do the rest. And the less she knows, the more she chases. If you want to master detachment, start by cutting off all unnecessary contact. No texting, no calling, no checking her social media. This isn't about punishing her. It's about giving yourself the room to grow. While she's lying awake wondering if you're okay, you're in the gym sculpting the body she wished she could touch again. While she's posting staged photos to make you jealous, you're leveling up mentally and financially. And when she finally reaches out, it won't be because she misses you, it'll be because she can't figure out how you're thriving without her. Which brings us to the next truth. Why she regret leaving you. She walked away because she thought the grass was greener. In the heat of the moment, women convince themselves their decision is final. But emotions fade, and that honeymoon phase with the new guy, it won't last forever. Reality always sets in. And when it does, she'll start comparing. At first, she swears she made the right choice. But one glance at you confident, thriving, completely detached and doubt creeps in. Women regret leaving men who level up. They don't regret leaving the guy who begs, pleads, or chases. The more you chase, the faster her attraction dies. But the second you stop chasing, you flip the power dynamic. She wondered why you're so calm, why you didn't fight for her like she expected. That curiosity will stick in her mind like a splinter she can't pull out. Remember, women are drawn to dominance not just in the bedroom, but in life. They crave a man who knows exactly what he wants and refuses to compromise his values to please others. When she sees you living your best life without her, something deep inside her will whisper, did I make a mistake? And that question will haunt her. Here's the truth. She left because she thought she already knew you. What she didn't expect was that losing you would ignite your transformation. By the time she realizes, you'll be a new man, one who knows his worth, one who doesn't seek her approval. And when regret hits, it won't just be about your success or your new body. It'll be about the way you carry yourself. Confidence is magnetic, and nothing is more attractive than a man who doesn't need her. She'll see it in the way you walk, the way you talk, and the way you engage with other women. Women can sense when a man has options, and nothing sparks regret faster than realizing she's no longer one of them. The cruel twist. She won't just regret losing the man you are now, she regret that you simply stopped caring. That's the moment it cuts the deepest. Women want to believe they can always come back, that they still have a hold over you. She thought she could walk away and leave you broken, but little did she know, the man she left behind was only the beginning of your story. Now, as the days pass, the weight of her regret grows heavier. She remembered the nights you spent together, the way your eyes once locked onto hers, the dreams you'd built side by side. But while she's lost in memories, you'll be moving forward, eyes set firmly on the future, unshaken by the past. And yes, she may try to reach out. Maybe it's a casual "Hey, how have you been?" text. Or perhaps a sudden like on an old photo of yours. Each small gesture will be her way of testing the waters, hoping you'll take the bait. But you won't. You've outgrown her. You've built something greater, a life she no longer has access to, because her regret was never your mission. It's simply the natural result of your transformation. The man who once pleaded for her affection is gone. In his place stands a man who commands respect, a man who knows his worth. She regret leaving you not because you tried to make her, but because you gave her no other choice. That's the ultimate victory. She walked away thinking you'd be lost without her. But you're not just surviving, you're winning. This isn't the end of your story. It's the rebirth of a stronger, more confident, more powerful you, the man who doesn't chase, doesn't beg, but instead builds a life so extraordinary, it leaves women wishing they'd stayed. Comment below. I'm the man she'll regret losing. If you found value in this video and you're ready to fully embrace this transformation, support Mind of Stoic by subscribing. When you do, YouTube will share this message with more men who need it. Together, we'll create a brotherhood of unstoppable men. Subscribe now, and let's build this movement.